Hello everyone. Today we are starting with our new topic, that is some SQL elements in MySQL. Why I'm saying it as SQL elements in MySQL? Because in SQL we are having different types of elements, and in each and every RDBMS software we are having different types of SQL elements with their ranges. So here we are talking about MySQL because in our syllabus we are going to work on MySQL. So our first element is literals or literal. Now what is a literal? A literal is basically a fixed data value, or you can say that those elements which are having fixed data value, just like constants, those elements are known as literals. A literal can be of two types. Either it is a character or it is numeric. In character, we can take characters like alphabets A, B, C, D, or we can take numbers also. But here we are having the example of character or text. So you can see over here Eka. This is a string or a text, right? 809. Why I'm saying it's a character? Because these are in apostrophes. In SQL, while we are storing a character or a text, you can say they are inserted in apostrophes, and if we are putting apostrophe across numbers or numeric digit, then it becomes a string. It no longer remains a number or a numeric value, it becomes a string value, or it becomes a string literal or text literal. Now in numeric we are having two different types of numeric values. One is integer, other one is real, and I think all of you are very familiar with these two terms. Integer are those numbers like 17, 8, 3, 48 which are not in the decimal value. Same case real are the decimal placed values. So our first element is literal, and literal are the fixed data values in which we are having character literals and numeric, and in numeric we are having integer and real literals. Basically these are the constants, or you can say that these their values cannot be changed again. Okay, now our next data type, or you can say our next element is data type. Now the question arises, what is a data type? The type of data that we are storing in SQL or MySQL, it is known as data type. Okay, as we all know that in all programming languages we are having a data type. Same case in SQL, we are having numeric data type and string data types. Now the first one, numeric data type. See, in literals we are also having numeric, and in data type we are also having numeric data type. But the difference is that literals are constants. Their values cannot be changed. Whereas in numeric data type, we can change their value. We are going to insert the values according to our needs. First one, numeric data type. In numeric data type, we are having different kinds of data type in MySQL. First one is int, that represents an integer. Its length is approx 11 digits. Same case we are having tiny int, which is having a length of 4 digits, then small int 5 digits. Same case with medium and big int. Now the question arises, why we are having m and d in float values? As we all know that float, double, decimal are point values, or you can say these are the real values, where m represents the number of values, that means the total number of values. For suppose if I am writing 9, 2, that means I am having total number of values before decimal and after decimal is 9. My total number of values is 9, and D means number of values after decimal. Okay, number of values after decimal. Fine. So basically m is the length of number, total length of number, and d is the number of decimal places. As I am having here 2, that means I can store only 2 values up to the after decimal. Okay, now float is of 24 spaces, double is of 53, and decimal is of 1 byte. Okay, same case with m and d. Now we are having example, we can store integer value like this, 4 int 4, that means 4 digits we are having for storing our integer value. And here I am writing float 7, 2. 7, 2 means total number of digits are 7. For suppose I am writing 5, 0, 0, 0, 1. So I'm having 5 digits here, 0.49. So you can count over here. We are having 7 digits in total and 2 digits here after decimal places. Correct? So these are some numeric data types. Now we are having another data type, that is date and time. In this type of data type, we are storing the date. Why we need to store date? For suppose I am having a table name employee and I want to store their hire date. So on which date they got hired, on which date they left the company. So at that time we need date data type. So in date data type, we are having data type in the form of YYYY. That means the year comes first, then month, and that date. It is in the form of 1994, then month 01, or whatever your month is, then the date 01. In date time, it is storing in the time format, that is hour, minute and second. After that, if we are storing the time stamp, that means it is a combination of date and date time. Okay, and it is storing without hyphen. We will do these data types in SQL functions. We will learn about them more in our functions. Next, we are having time. What is it? That time at that particular event. After that, year. Year is always stored in the number of digits. One is 2 digit, in which we are storing like 93, 94, 2001, 01, 02 like this. And 4 digit, that means the complete year. 1947, 1957 in this way. By default, year is having 4 digits. Okay. Next, we are having a string. In a string, we are having different data types like char, varchar, blob or text, tiny blob. Char and varchar are almost similar. They are having differences. Char is the characters, right? M is the number of characters that we can store, whereas varchar is variable character. What is the difference between char and varchar? It depends upon the memory. As if I have allotted char as 7, right? I have allotted 7 digits to char. And if my name is approx 4 digit, then those 3 digits which are remaining, you can see, we'll just take an example over here. Fine. I am allotting char as 7 digits. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and one more 7. Now if her name is Emma, that is E-M-A. Right, correct. This is Emma. So char will not free up these 4 spaces. These 4 spaces are used by character itself and it will not free it. It occupies the complete 7 digits always. Whereas in variable character, if I am giving 7 or 19 we are having, and if my name is of 3 digits only, then it will free up this memory. Okay, its final memory used by varchar is 3, not similar like character. Okay, so this is the major difference between char and varchar. When we need a fixed amount of memory, then we use char, and if we need a variable amount of memory, we want to free our space, when we use varchar. Next one, we are having blob or text. The major difference between blob or text is, blob is case sensitive. If we are writing it in blob, then we have to take care of this thing, that is a case sensitive, whereas text is not case sensitive. And there are the different length parameters, like blob or text basically is of 65,535 characters, tiny blob is of 255, same case medium blob and long blob. Last one we are having is enum. After that, another data type that we are having, or another element that we are having, is null values. Null means we can directly store null. If I am writing null in any insert command, then it can directly store the value null. Okay, basically these are the missing values in a table. If I am not having any value in my table, then it is considered as null. And don't get confused with this thing that null is 0 or null is 1. No, null is not having any data. Okay, it's a missing value. It can be 0, it can be 1, it can be 10, 20, 100, it can be any value. So basically it's a null. That means it's a missing value. If any question is there like what is the by default value of null, so it is not having any default value. This is the reason when we are performing any arithmetic operations on null, then by default the answer is null. Okay, lastly we are having another element, that is comment. What is a comment? A comment, basically the text that is not executed with the program, it is known as comment. Now question arises, why we need a comment? If it is not executing, then why we need a comment? So the answer is, these are basically used for documentation purpose, or you can say that it increases your readability. Now the question arises, why we need a comment or how it increases our readability. For suppose I have created a program of addition of two numbers, but due to certain circumstances I left that company. Now the other person who is coming to my place, who is coming at my place in that company, wants to execute that program and wants to work at that program. His job is that thing. Now if I am not improving my readability of my program, that person is not able to work on it. That means it increases the time, because that person needs to create that program again. So for decreasing the time and improving the readability, so that the code is used again and again, reusability of the code, you can say we increase its readability. How we are increasing the readability? For suppose we are enter two values, right? So A and B. So it is by default understood that we have to enter two values. Now on the function I am writing, this is add function for two numbers. So that means if an error is coming, that person is able to recognize that on this page or in this area, in this function, error is coming. This is the add function, this is the error. So this is how comments work, and that's why we need a comment in our languages, for increasing the readability purpose or for the documentation purpose. We can do comments by two ways. Either it can be a multi-line comment or it can be a single line comment. These are just like C languages. For multi-line comment, we have to use slash, then a star, and at the end we have to use a star and then slash. And if we are going for single line comment, we can use directly hash. So in our today's class, we learned about 4 different type of SQL elements in MySQL, that are literals, data types, null values, and comments. In literals, we are having 2 types of literals. One is character, other one is numeric. Basically, a literal is a constant, or you can say that it's a fixed value. Next we are having is data type. Data type means what kind of data we are storing. In data types, we are having numeric data types, then string and date and time data types. After that, in null, we are directly storing null as a missing value in a table. And at last, we are having comments. Comments are basically the non-executable text, or you can say they are basically to increase the readability purpose. Now, in our next class, we are going to start with practical session on MySQL. If you are having any query related to data type, you can ask me below in the comment section, or you can wait. We will work on these data types and these elements one by one in our practical sessions. Thank you.